Did you know there was once a time when kids played with a science kit that was actually radioactive?
You could create your own atomic cloud. It was awesome and also ridiculously dangerous.
Hi, Henry. How are you?
I am so happy to be here with you, as
Nathan,
here as I can be.
Right. I can give you a big air hug through our Zoom computer, right? Let's just pretend to do that.
Well, you know what? Then you owe me one.
Oh, absolutely. Next time you're in Houston, you better come by our studio.
You bet.
This is so much fun. I love that you are the host of this new series, Hazardous History with Henry Winkler. It's going to debut this Sunday on the History Channel. And I can relate to this because as a kid that grew up in the 80s, I mean, there were some questionable things then, but you're talking about going beyond that and checking out some things that were totally fine back then that are absolutely not fine anymore, right?
Well, you know, I've come up with a subtitle for this show. Wait a minute. We did that and we lived through it? You know, the lawn jarts, these really heavy, like spear toys you throw up in the air, hope that you get it in the middle of a hula hoop, but most of the time it would land in Bobby's knee.
It sounds like games that my husband used to play when he was little, but those weren't actual real games. But these were real games.
What about, I had this tube of this gel, kind of taffy-like thing. You would get it on the end of a straw. You would blow up these bubbles all the time. You're inhaling chemicals. Unbelievable. So a science kit. Who doesn't love a science kit? Except this one had radioactive uranium, and you could make an atomic cloud in your house for the enjoyment of your family and friends and expose them to hazardous history.
Guess what little Bobby wants for Christmas? Well, guess what you're not getting this year in 2020.
Some of them had blow torches.
Oh my gosh!
And it said, kids, do not burn wood alcohol. It makes soot. Your mom will be upset. Burn rubbing alcohol, and then they would burn their fingers off. And you know, in a little while, we're going to look back at 2025 and go, we did that?
What were we thinking?
What about the flip-flop railway, the first roller coaster that didn't go fast enough with centrifugal force? It did a loop-de-loop. There were no harnesses. You fell out of the car. You only rode that once.
No, I'm not writing that ever. I've seen that movie. I know how that movie ends, Henry. I'm not even going there.
No.
Well, this is just so great. I'm so happy that you are the host because there's nobody better to kind of dive back into history. But your Fonzie jacket's okay, right? There was nothing wrong with the leather in the Fonzie jacket. It wasn't flammable.
No, it was perfectly fine. When I jumped the shark, we took the lining out to make it more so that I could float better.
Oh, that's good. Well, congratulations on all of your time in Hollywood. You just celebrated 50 years. I can't believe it. Do you have a whole bunch of projects lined up after Hazardous History, or now do you proceed with caution?
No. I have 4 projects, but until it's something, it's nothing.
Absolutely.
You know, to make a new project, it's like pushing a camel through the eye of a needle. So you have to be persistent.
For sure. When was the last time that you were in Houston, Texas, Henry?
Not that long ago, because I love Houston. As a matter of fact, I traveled all over the world with one of your great late citizens, George Foreman.
Oh, wonderful.
Bless his soul. We traveled all over the world together.
Oh, man, what a fun relationship. I'm so glad to know that. That warms our hearts. Of course, may he rest in peace. Henry Winkler, Hazardous History. It premieres this Sunday on the History Channel. Any other sneak peek that you can give us ahead of watching the first episode?
Oh, swill milk. They took cows to distilleries. Oh. Once the hard liquor was squeezed out of the hay, the whey, the barley, they fed that mulch to the cows. The milk turned blue. They couldn't have that.
No.
They put plaster, because they were really good thinkers. They put plaster in the milk. It was white. It looked delicious. It made you constipated, but it didn't matter because it looked great.
And if it looks great, that's all that counts, right? Henry Winkler, it is a pleasure. It is an honor. You're a legend and an icon. Thank you for taking the time, and we can't wait to watch this Sunday.
Thank you for inviting me.
Did you know there was once
What
a
an
time when
icon.
kids
And
played
for
with
more
us?
of my fun chat with Henry, click over to the Scene On section of HoustonLife.tv. But before we go any further, Derek and Tessa, I was chatting upstairs with our coworker Mariah, and she happened to say my parents, Gail and Chuck Gardner, met Henry in New Jersey last night. Check this out. He was at a comic book store. He does have a book that he was signing, and I just want to note that he has on the same outer shirt.
There you go. That's him. That's officially him. That's his look.
We love that.
Isn't
What a
that
legend.
cool? They said he was as nice as can be, and I bet you he is just so sweet in person.
Oh my
Amazing.
goodness.
I
Great
loved it.
chat, Lauren.
Well, speaking of